Hi, everybody. Welcome to... Nope. Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our second Live at Lunch virtual tour. We're live today here at the Kentucky History Center in our main exhibition center called A Kentucky Journey. While you enjoy your lunch, we'll share some bite-sized history with digital archivist Alyssa and museum educator Mackenzie. Be sure to let us know where you are watching from and post your questions in the comments. What questions do you have about Kentucky history? Now let's go to Alyssa.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to A Kentucky Journey. We're going to be talking about the Constitution today, so come with me. We have a lot of really cool artifacts here in A Kentucky Journey. We're going to come over here, though, to our facsimile of the 1792 Constitution. So a facsimile is just a fancy word that we use to talk about a copy or reproduction. So here is the reproduction of the Constitution. We do have the real 1792 Constitution here in the archive, and it's my job and our other archivists' job to keep that document safe and accessible for all Kentuckians to enjoy. But this one here, you can actually come and touch and look through and read yourself, which is really fun to do. So come on down if you're ever in the area and take a look at it, but we'll look at it together today. So the Constitution was penned in 1792. It is our first Constitution, but it is not our only Constitution. So trivia question for you all. How many Constitutions has Kentucky had? Drop your answers in the comments, and then I'll reveal the answer at the end of this segment.
So again, let's review that question. How many constitutions has Kentucky had?
Yep.
Type your answer in the comments, and we'll let you know
yes.
in a minute.
Yep, just hold tight. We'll let you know. But this first one was penned after 10 years of deliberations, known as the Constitutional Conventions. So the held in...
We lost connection for just a moment.
Oh,
we got
that's
it back.
Okay. Well, anyway, we'll go back to that trivia fact there, that Kentucky became the 15th state in 1792, and the clerk of that final convention was a man named Thomas Todd. And so if you come look at our facsimile, or you have the chance to see the Constitution in person, you're going to see Thomas Todd's handwriting. So he is the one who wrote this document in longhand, on handmade paper, just like most documents from the period. And he would have used a quill pen, which probably looked something like this, made out of a bird feather, and a little inkwell that probably looked a little something like this. This is obviously a reproduction as well, but it's fun to learn about how these documents might have come to be and their kind of physicality. And something else that's fun is you really get to kind of know Thomas Todd as you look through it. You can see where he's scratching things out. You can see where he's, blotting his ink. There's even some kind of messy fingerprints on the edges of the paper.
I love that. Yeah.
So it's a
really human document.
It's a very human document. So it's very important to Kentucky history, but it's also a very cool object to engage with. So let's go back to our trivia question. You've had time to put your answers in. How many constitutions has Kentucky had? It has had 4, actually. So the 1792, 1799, 1850, and then 1891. So the framers of this Constitution kind of intended for it to be edited and revised. And so it was kind of updated in all those years, and the 1891 Constitution is currently the one that we are governed by.
So we've got a couple of different followers watching right now, so give us a like if you knew that it was 4.
Yes.
If you thought it was something different, comment and tell us why you thought that.
Yes. And we're fortunate enough here at KHS that we also have 3 out of 4 here in the archive. No one quite knows what happened to the 1850s, so, if you've got something squirreled away in your attic, please let us know. We would like to know where that Constitution is. But we keep them very safe in our archive, and we love sharing them. And so please come down and take a look at our facsimile. And now I'm going to throw it over to my friend Mackenzie here, who's going to tell us more about the Constitution and how it relates to civics education.
Yeah, thank you, Alyssa. So I'm going to pose a question to you all as well. How does the Constitution support civic education? And civic education, or civic engagement, is a way that we can learn how our government functions and how we fit within our government. So the Constitution, like Alyssa mentioned, especially this one, is preserved here at the Kentucky Historical Society. But the framers of the Constitution didn't see this document as a relic. They saw it as a living document, a challenge, a promise, and a call to action for the people. They intended for it to have the ability to be evolved through interpretation, amendment, and public engagement. A healthy democracy depends on active participation of informed citizens to be able to function the way that it is supposed to. And so civic education, is its main goal and its aim is to be able to provide people, citizens, to regaining my thoughts. To be able to have informed citizens that are empowered by the government to be able to make educational decisions on voting and other active citizen participation. So students across Kentucky deserve to be informed and empowered citizens as well. And that's why we have our Constitution Day in the classroom, a virtual event that is aimed towards 4th and 5th graders to be able to learn more about our Constitution of Kentucky as well as the federal Constitution and kind of seeing what are the similarities and the differences between those two constitutions.
When is Constitution Day?
September 17th. So September 17th from 10 to 10:30.
Explain that again. It's a virtual programming that we're offering specifically for schools?
Yes, it is a virtual event that will take place in the classroom. So teachers can register online to be able to have their students zoom in to that event and learn about, get to look closely at this document here that we have in our gallery, and as well as looking at the national constitution as well and learning about the similarities to maybe the Bill of Rights or the differences, how we have had 4 constitutions versus the national. So,
Alyssa, she gave away the answer.
You got it! Yay! Yes.
4 constitutions.
Yes. So, but yeah, so that event takes place on September 17th from 10 to 10:30 a.m. in the classroom. So if you're a teacher watching an educator, or maybe you are a family at home that wants your student to zoom into this event, it will be taking place on September 17th from 10 to 10:30.
And is it in person or is it a virtual program?
It is a virtual program.
So just like we're going virtual today, it's a great opportunity to engage without having to travel all the way to Frankfurt. And we know it's difficult for schools to travel these days, especially when you've got large groups. So tune in to our virtual programming. We actually have quite a bit of virtual programming that's offered by our learning team. So reach out to them and ask them any questions you might have. Anything else you guys want to say before we?
No. Oh, I think that's it. We're getting excited for Constitution Week next week. We hope you all celebrate too, and hope you learned something with us today, and hope you keep learning about the Constitution. Thanks.